So, good evening, students. Today I am going to start a new lesson, that is Animal Kingdom. So, what are animals? So, what are animals? There are a lot of animals are there out which you can eat, which you can grow them as pets. Huh? So, you grow dogs and cats as pets, right? And you are going to grow fishes in aquarium. So, for different purposes we use animals. So, cows, oxes, buffaloes are useful for agriculture. So donkeys are useful for draught purpose, to move the weights from one place to another place. So whatever it is, at the end of the day, the term animal which you take, it need to have some characters. So what are the characters which particularly animal has? The first one is, these are eukaryotes. Second one, if you take, these are multicellular. And most importantly, third one, these are heterotrophic. Heterotrophic in the sense, unlike plants, they can't produce their own food. Heteros means other, trophy means nutrition. For the purpose of their nutrition, they depend on others. What are those others? Either plants or other animals actually. So, and next one, if you take a, they don't have a cell wall. No cell wall is present in the cells of the animals, just like the plants. So eukaryotes, multicellular, heterotrophic, and no cell wall. In certain books they included these protistans, some of the protozoan protistans also under animal kingdom, where they are unicellular. Don't get confused with them. According to one theory, from these unicellular protistans, unicellular protozoan protistans, animals came into existence. So Protista is a kingdom where it has three types of protists. Plant like protists are there, fungi like protists are there, animal like protists are there. So plant like protists gave rise to modern day plants, which are, these are unicellular. Protistans are, plant like protistans are unicellular. Fungi like protists gave rise to fungi. So kingdom fungi. So animal like protists gave rise to kingdom Animalia. So if you see here, so this is Monera, and above that this is Protista, and here from Protista, Plantae, fungi, Animalia. These are the three branches which arose. So while you are studying biology separately, like botany and zoology, so under botany you are going to study these fungi and plants, fungi like protists and plant like protists. Under zoology you are going to study about animal like protists. But if you are going to if you are usually studying biology as a whole, for example, Protista is studied as a separate kingdom. Okay, so that's why whenever you see this division of botany and zoology, if it is there in those reference books, you can find separately Protista you can't find. Even if you find it, some general characters they will give. And so in botany book, these plant like protists and fungi like protists are studied, and in zoology book these are animal like protists are studied. In fact, these protozoan protists or animal like protists are considered as one of the phylums of the animal kingdom by some of the workers. But if you are studying biology as a whole, you should not study them under animal kingdom. That's why I am not discussing them here. So everything need to be classified to study it easily. So animal kingdom should also be classified. So for classification of the animal kingdom, what are the criteria which you need to consider? That's what we are going to discuss today. So if you want to keep in your home, if you want to keep some utensils, cooking related utensils, you are going to keep them in kitchen. And if you want to just keep books, you are going to find some shelf in a reading room, you are going to keep them in the hall or somewhere. So for bed will be kept in a bedroom, sofa will be kept in a hall actually, like where we are going to sit, guests will come and sit. Everything has its own place. So each and every animal in taxonomy should has its own place. So we should have some criteria for that. So what are the criteria which you need to consider to classify the animal kingdom? So the first criteria, if you take levels of organization. So as you are well aware of the fact that all living beings are made up of cells. Cells combine together to form tissues. Tissues combine together to form organs, and organs combine together to form organ systems. Organ systems combine together to form organisms. So cells, tissues, organs, organ systems and organisms. So some of the organisms are not developed into tissues. Well developed tissues you can't find in them. Sponges are the best examples for them. Multicellular condition exists in the sponges. So we call it as cellular level of organization. Next, tissue level of organizations. In some of the phylums, if you take some of the phylums of the animal kingdom is divided into phylums. 11 phylums are there, we discuss them. So at tissue level it is left actually. The level of organization is tissue level. Up to tissues it is developed, organs are not well developed. So if you take these Cnidaria and Ctenophora are the best example. Say for example, jellyfishes are the best example for tissue level organization. Organ level organization, if you take these platyhelminthes, flatworms are the best examples for that. So flatworms have well developed organs, but they don't have organ system. Well developed organ system they don't have. So cells combine together to form tissues. So tissues combine together to form organs, organ to organ systems. Organ system gives rise to organism. So those organisms which have well developed organ systems they are higher organisms. So if you take chordata, human beings, all the vertebrates which are present, these are the best examples. All the chordates are the best example for organ system level organization. In fact, in echinoderms, mollusks, annelids, arthropods, in all these phylums like earthworms, insects, starfish, all these where you can find organ system level of organization you can clearly find. So these are the levels of organization. Based on them we can classify the animal kingdom. So second one, if you take a body plan. So what do you mean by body plan? So let us see, there are some basic types of body plans are there. The first type is cellular body plan, and the second one is blind sac body plan. Third one is tube within tube body plan. Okay, so what do you mean by cellular body plan? As you are well aware of the fact, sponges are the best example for this, which belong to the first phylum Porifera, where you can see multicellular condition. Tissues are absent here. So the cells combine together temporarily. Amoebocytes named cells are there which combine together temporarily for different functions of the body. Okay, so these amoebocytes join together to perform digestion. These amoebocytes again they join together with some other amoebocytes to perform excretion. So to perform respiration, to perform different types of functions. The same amoebocytes join with each other different times. After that again they become free. So it cannot be considered as tissue. So it should be considered as a multicellular condition, but not a tissue condition. Next one is blind sac body plan. Hydra is the best example. So let us have a look at this. This is Hydra. For hydra like creatures only one opening is present, both for taking food and excreting out the waste materials. Only one opening is there. If you have a close look at this, and the other opening is dead end, it is like a dead end it is. That's why this is a sac like structure which is blind on the other side, which is only open on one side. So that's why you call it as blind sac body plan, where no true digestive system is present, incomplete digestive system is present. So only one mouth is present, anus is absent, or for both the functions of taking in food and excreting out the waste materials, only one opening is present. And next one is tube within a tube body plan. So, and if you take tube within a tube body plan, let us take this fish as an example. So, complete digestive system is present in these organisms, where you can find an alimentary canal or gut. So here mouth is present and here anus is present, mouth and anus. So imagine this body of the fish like a tube. Inside that one more tube is present. What is the tube? Alimentary canal. So that's why we call it as tube within a tube body plan. So this is one more criteria of the classification of animal kingdom. So the next one is different physiological systems. Different physiological systems. So what do you mean by different physiological systems? There are so many organ systems are present inside our body. First, coming to the digestive system. Some animals have complete digestive system, some do not have complete digestive system. So incomplete digestive system and complete digestive system. So what do you mean by incomplete and complete? So incomplete means only one opening is present. So complete means two openings are present. That means here only mouth is present. That mouth or anus, whatever it is, that only one opening will act as a will do that function. So just as I told you, hydra is the best example. Planaria is one more example. So in planaria, most of the children get confused. Down at here one opening is present, in the front also one opening is present, but they are not continuous. So this is mouth only, but this is not anus. This is the opening which is present to excrete nitrogenous wastes, but not to excrete out the fecal matter. So in case of human beings also, you notice two openings are present. So one is mouth, another one is anus actually. That anus is to excrete the fecal matter, and in the front one more opening is there. In case of males it is penis, through penis urine goes out, and in case of females it is vagina, through vagina the urine goes out actually. That is for nitrogenous wastes. Is this the opening urethra or this penis or vagina, is it connected to digestive system? It is not connected to digestive system. So in certain creatures to excrete the nitrogenous wastes, one more opening is present, but it is not linked with the digestive system. That's why these are incomplete. That's why in these organisms the digestive system is incomplete. To excrete the fecal matter or waste materials, the same opening need to do that. That's why incomplete digestive system it is. And complete digestive system, if you take, where two openings are present. Again I am drawing the same diagram, fish actually. So this is mouth, this is anus. So mouth, anus both are connected. Food is taken inside through mouth, through anus waste materials, undigested food material is sent outside. So this is about digestive system. So next one is a circulatory system. Circulatory system means mostly blood circulatory system it is, and some of the creatures blood may not be present. Under such circumstances we call it as water vascular system. Starfish is the best example for that. You need not get confused about them now, because you are going to discuss them in the at the phylum level, then you will understand them better. So open type of a circulatory system and closed type of circulatory system, two circulatory systems are present. In open type of circulatory system, through the sinuses the blood will flow. That means blood will not flow through the blood will not flow through the blood will not flow through the blood vessels. Say for example, this is a cockroach. Cockroach has three sinuses actually inside its body. The upper sinus, where this heart is present in the upper sinus. This is pericardial sinus. SINUS. Sinus means space. And in the middle, alimentary canal or digestive system is present, where the organs which are present surrounding the digestive system are considered as visceral organs. The digestive system itself can be considered as viscera. So peri means surrounding, visceral means surrounding the visceral organs, this space is present. This is perivisceral sinus. Here nerve cord is present in the down, so perineural sinus, where you can't find any blood vessels here. So blood freely present inside the body, where the organs are bathing inside, the organs bathe inside the blood actually. And closed type of circulatory system, if you take, blood flows through the vessels. So what are the vessels? Mainly arteries, veins are the major vessels actually. Okay, this is about circulatory system. So next, if you take a circulatory system, after the circulatory system, development if you take, so two types of development is there: direct development, indirect development. Direct development means no larval stage. Indirect development means larval stage present. Say for example, frog if you take, frog has tadpole larva, whereas mammals, we humans do not have any larva. Do we have any larva? So are you born out of larva? So are you a larva? No, right? So this is direct development. This is the difference between direct development and indirect development. Most of the insects you can find larva or some nymph. Cockroaches if you take, nymph named stage is present actually. Okay, so next to this, if you take a oviparous, means those organisms which lay eggs, even if the development is direct also. The direct development, even if it is direct or indirect, the organisms which lay eggs are considered as oviparous. So the organisms which give birth to the young ones are known as viviparous. So in viviparous organisms, what happens? Placental connection is there between mother and the baby. So umbilical cord is present between the mother and the baby. The placenta, umbilical cord is a part of placenta, where this mother supplies food, oxygen, etc. to the baby through this placenta. So where this placenta is totally absent in oviparous, so these birds, what they do, they just sit over their eggs and they hatch them, right? They sit over their eggs and they hatch them. That is how the new chickens or new birds come out. So one more condition is there, which is ovoviviparous. Ovoviviparous means they give birth to the young ones. but there won't be any placental connection between the mother and the baby. So in fact, eggs are not laid, eggs are hatched inside the mother's body. So the best example, if you take a viper named snake, is the best example, and apart from that, shark is one more example. Shark and viper, what happens? Actually, they have eggs only. They should be oviparous, but they are not laying eggs. What they are doing? They are hatching the eggs inside the body, inside their body, and directly the animals are coming out. Since placental connection is not there present between the baby and the mother, you can't consider it as viviparous. Since they are not laying the eggs, you can't consider it as oviparous. It is like an intermediate condition where ovoviviparous you call it as. So these are the different physiological systems. So other criteria we discuss in the next class.